Good morning, Arches, and we will see other arches here in the park. Nice day.
So from my toe to my other toe on the other foot, you take that distance, multiply it by 2, you get my hips. You take that distance, multiply it by 2, you get the top of my head. Now if you go ahead and you apply that to him, you take this distance and you multiply that by 2. And you get somewhere up in here, somewhere kind of high. Then you multiply that by 2. That puts his head at about 9 to 12 feet tall. So this is a really big dinosaur, the biggest dinosaur that ever lived. Not the biggest dinosaur, the biggest raptor that ever lived, which would be the Utah raptor that state park was named for. Yeah, the raptor family is still alive today. Even we've got all your raptors are like your birds of prey. And so this is the largest raptor that ever lived. It's kind of amazing to think that like eagles have evolved from this monster.
Right.
12-foot sprinting beast.
We got dinosaur tracks. Here's one right here. Here's my hand. And that's the dinosaur. It's a raptor. They eat people. If people were here. Pretty cool. This would be raptor tracks right here. And then they started running to this guy. And all the bones have been collected. The tracks are preserved. Pretty cool.
Landscape. What was the other thing we did?
Tunnel.
But yeah, if we could do windows, that'd be great.
Awesome, I'll take us through windows. I'll save us some time, skip it delicate, and then so there's obviously too much for me to be able to show you everything in the park.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to show you guys what I think you'll like the most. So we'll definitely walk through, or we'll definitely drive through windows. Do you guys like hiking?
Somewhat.
I like hiking.
Short hikes?
If it's not too much effortful. Yes.
Okay.
Tower Arch.
Tower Arch. Did it have water in it? Well, we had just gotten rain a couple days ago. Kind of a lot of it. It was like a quarter of an inch or something. That's a ton. And those washes hold water for a long time, sometimes months.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, the one at Wolf, that's a creek, I think, right?
I think it's a wash channel.
Oh, because
And there is a lot of springs around here. There might... septimated. So it's actually one arch, and those two holes make up one arch, and the septum in between it, if that broke out, it would be one arch. So that's how we look at it. So that is a septimated arch. It's just one. And then this is the south window in front of us, that big opening. So it's called double arch because you're seeing an arch through an arch, but actually the top opening is technically an arch as well.
Yeah.
The double arch is 3 arches. Then one of those big floods, like when the ice caps melt, came and dissolved it all away. It left all the rock highly alkaline, which then, whenever the rock is more alkaline, then it starts to dissolve in rainwater. And so that's why there's no rocks in this valley, because it was all too salty, and so the rain just evaporated it all away, it dissolved it. Just for your video's sake, I'll go this way. How much?
Sure. Go ahead. We could do this with the Explorer. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. We'll do it tomorrow, friend.
Check it out. You're gonna like this up here. I like to play this game called Where's the Road?
Where's the road?
Nice close.
Where's the road?
Just gonna don't videos.
Okay, okay, Thelma.
Listen. You want me to go for it?
Sure.
There's the road.
We left it.
Yeah.
The manger from the backside. So it's got a different name from this side because it looks totally different.
So that's why some people believe that there's not actually 2,000 arches in National Park. I think that it's possible that we've named it from the front and from the back. Either way, there's definitely close to 2,000 there. That's our oak tree here.
That's an oak.
Yep, there's oak right here. If you brought this to wherever you live, it would still grow the same. Its genetics tell it to not get big.
So it's not going to get big.
Ever. No, it'll just keep crawling the surface instead. Whenever I get to soft sand parts like this, I do typically have to drive pretty fast because you don't want to lose your grip.
Worst thing you can do is stop.
Yep. So I tend to go a little bit faster on these. And then whenever it turns back into dirt like this, I also have to go fast because I like it.
That's got a nice angle.
It does. Followed by another good one.
Is it reverse curse?
I like this slalom. It's fun whenever I get to take the rookies out here. Show them how it's done a little bit. Alright, now we're all alone. What's going on?
We are at Tower Arch. Our driver, Bus. Hey, he could be a special guest star if he wants. But the way he drives, oh my God. Hey, look, it's a special guest star. It's Bus.
Today's my first day.
You're not leaving us here, are you? We signed the waiver.
Over there is parallel arch, so it's two. You can see one arch to the other. And then between the two of them, there's that big U-shaped depression full of rubble. That used to be an arch. Right above it, that U-shaped depression used to be an arch. And then over here, there's that same shaped depression above parallel arch. That one also used to be an arch. So there used to be a lot of them right here.
It's like it's a top.
Okay, we are leaving the towers. Yep.
plants that you're seeing all over us, those are black brush. And you notice that they don't have any other plants growing around them. They kind of commandeer in this whole place. So the black brush, around its roots, it raises the alkalinity of the soil, and it makes it unusable to most plants. So they have a zone of inhibition surrounding them, but it also protects them in case of fires. They don't spread fire to one another. Chemically, that allows it to cleave along any plane. So you can shape chert into anything. So Native Americans thought chert was super important for shaping tool heads. Now, the really cool part is that the red color is the same reason that the rocks are red here in Utah, is that that's iron. The white, that's granite, and then the yellow that we might have, like that one right there, the yellow is sulfur. So we don't have granite and sulfur here in Utah. So that means that these came from other mountain ranges. You see these little black blobs? This is a type of moss. It looks super dead, right? This is a resurrection moss. I want that. It's a really unique ability that it has. I hope it's bright enough that it can show you. How green is it getting? This one's getting really green. It's kind of scary, isn't it? Yeah, so this scares some people, but this scares everybody. That's so funny.
But you can see him.
Check out that rock up in front. It looks like Richard Nixon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I am not a rock.
Not a rock. Just a crook. Cost of living is half a mountain.
And as long as I can live in my camper, the cost of living is very low. And especially if I can find a campground that they would just let me, like, while I'm a ranger, live on for free.
Sure.
That'd be a way to do it.
How often do you find you have to fill your tanks?
On the camper?
Yeah.
Like my propane tanks?
Good, Frank. Say it.
Where's the arch at, Joe?
Look up.
Eventually they cast a shadow on themselves, and that's a feedback loop. You know, because then they're going to get bigger, which will make them cast a bigger shadow.
And we made it to Eye of the Whale Arch. Nice little short walk. Pretty cool. And yeah, let's check it out. Pretty cool arch. Definitely. It's balancing rock. It's not really balancing, it's fused. So, sunset. Pretty cool.
City.